What's going on, guys? Welcome. I am here. I'm at Caesar's Palace, and if you're joining us, welcome. We're about to take on some Baccarat here, and we're going to see if we can run this up. Currently sitting at the sports book, and as you can see, this is after the Super Bowl. Pretty clear, early in the morning, and we're about to take a look, and we're going to see if we can make some money today. We were out there yesterday. We got a cool little video dropping, rested up, we're relaxed. We're going to have some session that we were invited to. Dragon Banker, I asked for Rio. Unfortunately, they did not respond back yet. But I'm going to basically give it a try on the virtual Baccarat machine. And there will be a couple crazy things that I say, but we're going to make some money. So I do have table approval. They allowed me for 6 p.m. tonight and 9 p.m. So I have 2 scheduled approvals where I'll have actual Baccarat, where you guys can see the board, where you guys can see everything. And it's going to be like my other videos. So luckily we had a casino. It's a Stations Casino. It's a sister casino to the Red Rock. So if you guys know the Red Rock, that's where Steve will do it, Dana White, where all of them gamble. And basically that's what we're going to end up doing. So little poker action out there. I'll show you guys around a little bit, as long as they don't trip out about me recording. So they got 2 different ways, but Sportsbook is a little bit different. They got the riggedy rig slots out here and everything. And Rio does have nice Baccarat. That is very true. So if they give us approval, that would be pretty good. That'd be great. I'm here actually for the entire week. So I'm from the 8th to the 14th. And this is the virtual machines I'm going to sit on and play. They got Blackjack, craps, roulette, Baccarat. But I'm going to sit here. I'm going to buy in for a little bit. Probably just take on this machine right here in the middle. But they got pretty cool stuff. So all the games. They got the Tiger Baccarat. Let's take a look. They got... Let's see. Oh. They got the regular Baccarat. So I'm going to actually go on the Tiger one. So let me put some money in, and we'll try to get started shortly. You guys can hear me good, right? I actually don't either. I don't like Caesars at all, but they give me good rooms. They comp me well, so that's the reason for it. But I agree with you 100%. The table games, everything is absolutely brutal. Even their roulette, they have like triple zeros now, so it's unfortunate. I mean, they've moved in such a terrible position or direction. So we're gonna put 2,000 in. I apologize. I know that this takes a little time, but I wanted to give you guys a little experience of just the whole thing of Caesars. So So if you guys don't know, I do not trust machines, regardless of what they are. Um, specifically even this as well. It is considered a slot machine. So I don't believe that it's set up as a 50-50. If since it's considered as a slot machine, it is set up with a RTP, which would be a return to player. So they already have specifically determined what they're going to return to the player, and I don't like that. So it just clearly shows that it means that they already destined, whether you to lose or not. So there's going to be weird things I do, contradicting my bets and things like that. So we got $1,900 in, and then there's 2,000. So let's there it is. I got some help with the camera. He's helping me out. So if I don't see your guys' messages, he'll let me know some of this stuff. He'll read it out. But I kind of think quick because there's a timer on here and stuff. So if I talk to myself a lot, excuse me for that. So I'm gonna look at this line over here. After that tie, I kind of started doing a little bit of weird stuff. I'm gonna stick with bank and $50 with $15 on the three tigers. So we're looking at a 5 versus 5, 1 versus 7. So cool little win, $50. Um, After that, I'm actually gonna go back. That is gonna go to player. So we got $75. One of us is gonna have a natural or first. Okay, we'll take that. So if you're joining us again, thank you. Like. It helps push the algorithm. We're gonna make some money here today, so we're up $100. Make sure you're subscribed, and if you comment on the videos as you usually do, honestly, I want to say thank you so much. You have really helped with the algorithm, big time, because it really has pushed us a lot, and you guys have really helped us out. So I want to say thank you so much. You guys truly mean so much to us, and basically, if you see that it's stuck 2 times every single time, after that, I think that it's actually going to stick again. So I'm going to go a little bit heavier. Um, I know it's switched up a lot, but so we're looking at a player win again. So we are now up. Let's see, $245. So again, I believe that these machines are rigged. It will allow you to win a little bit, and then it takes it away. Um, I'm gonna stick with the player again. If we take a look here, had the tie Mega 6, had the player. So I think that, uh, well, I hit that. So I made $120 on that. But that's why I say I contradict myself. So I hit the tiger. So I actually made money on that loss. We're at $280 now. But we ended up hitting that. So uh, again, the machines will give you a certain amount and then they take it away in the long run. So I don't know what happened with this machine earlier. But again, with this being registered as a slot, that means that they have an RTP set, return to player. That means that if $1,000 went in and they have the percentage set to 92%, that means that they will eventually take every whatever hour or so $180 or 80 bucks, whatever amount it is, how much they have it set to. Um, and that's why I say I was gonna go player. That I don't trust these machines, and I kind of do things that are so weird. And a lot of times, this is why I play this way when I'm actually sitting at the table. Because I first started, it was in a table, but I really got heavy involved with machines and stuff, and I started seeing so many things where it's like questionable, questionable, questionable. Um, this one should actually be bank, but I'm going opposite what I think. Um, so I kind of started going like really. Uh, so I lost money on that, but I started playing that way naturally, and it's worked for the long haul. I know so many times people are like, stick with the board, stick with what's it doing, do it, continue. It's a good theory overall, and I don't think that it's a bad idea. It's just it doesn't always work that way. It's the same thing as when you're playing blackjack, and for example, they say, play by the book. Well, the book is in the favor of the casino. So yes, you do want to play to an extent, right? 95% of the book or 97%, but you still want to do things that are a little different that help you get that edge. And you guys saw I played blackjack. I used to play blackjack back in the day. I hated it, um, just because there's too many variances or variables, right? Do you hit? Do you not hit? Oh, the dealer's showing a 10, you must hit. There's times that I don't hit and I win. So there's just a lot of things you have to do differently. And that's the reason why I'm not a big fan of blackjack, even though it's really fun to play. But it really takes, um, a lot of people's money. I like this one. So it takes a lot of people's money and stuff. So that's the reason why I'm not too much of a fan. Oh, yikes. 9-9. That's a tie. Lucky tie. We lost $60 on that, but we'll take that. I like that one. The reason I did is because it was a tie. It was actually the animal, and if there was more ties, I saw that there was a tie on here on bank, but I knew that there was going to be something that pops out. Unfortunately, it was the tie. That's the reason I went heavier on it. But 6 p.m. as well. Go to the Baccarat table and squeeze it. So I can't do it here. Honestly, I'm even recording without permission already. So I'm not allowed to, or at least they didn't say if I can or can't. But somebody said banker. We'll go. All right, we'll go. If you want banker, we'll go. We'll go heavy for you. Whoever said that. But the reason why is that we don't have permission here. Great job. Thank you for the call. You did great. We don't have permission here to record. So if this stream, somebody says that we're not allowed to record, we're not allowed to. We didn't have permission here. And basically, we have permission at a different casino. So we'll be out there. But we'll be out there. We'll record. We need this winner. I'm actually going to be down. Uh-oh. That's a tough one to beat. And that's a loss. So currently down. But we'll have an actual session and stuff with recording. But as of right now, this is the only thing that I can do closest to box. And that's the reason I'm playing it. So that last one was a little brutal. It was like $300 bet. As I'm talking, it's a little bit. Oh, yikes. Oh, we'll take it. We'll take that. So we are now up $75. But like I said, the RTP is what kind of throws things off for me. I don't trust machines. I don't trust if it's a slot machine. I know that people win on slots. I know they've done it. And I know that it's, something that people really like. So, so we won that one, Tiger. That's a 6. But we did end up losing a little bit on it. So I know people like to play and stuff, but again, my theory is this, right? I could sit here, I could lose $1,000. One of you guys can come and sit here because it's considered a slot machine, and eventually just basically play and get something great on the first hand, make wonderful money. But I already lost, and that's the reason why I say that I don't trust these machines, because I don't know what happened beforehand. And right now, I'm noticing that I'm dropping about $100 or so, and then I'm going up to about $200, $100, $200. So this machine's already kind of scary for me. I probably will try to see if I can kind of jump out of something. So I'm gonna see if I can do something like a little bit off, and basically not with that. So and then kind of either jump on a different machine or try to make $100 or so and basically go to something else. But that's the reason I bet very, very weird on machines. Slots are mental manipulation. I guess the animal's odds bigger than the actual one. Yeah. So this Baccarat machine continues shuffling. So that's the thing, is nobody even knows what's up with this Baccarat machine. There's never an end to it. When you're playing real Baccarat, you got 8 decks. You know what you're up against. You know what you're playing. And here, I don't know. So I'm gonna go heavier. I'm gonna do something risky. Oh shoot, that's the wrong one. I almost distracted myself. I'm gonna do something risky, and that's the reason why. So we're going a little heavier. We went $400 on this, and because of the ties, and then that's a natural to 9. So we won that. But the reason I did that was because we had a bunch of them sitting in a row, and then you can see it was fights, and I thought that we would win that. So currently we are now up $100. But that's the reason why I went heavy on the bank for that, and I'm gonna stick with it. So I know it's been seeing it a little bit different. It's been moving a little different. Hey, aces. That's the reason why. Yeah. So I know it's been sticking, but I thought that since it hit that animal, it had the twos, it had the twos, it had the twos for so long. I know it's a pattern. It just did it. It just did it. Or right here, sorry. It just did it again. I just thinking that it's starting to chop it up. So, uh-oh. Dang it. Too late. Yeah, that would have been my win. Dang it. So I missed that one. Bank every time, you'll definitely win. Question: if majority of the table bet banker and a jumping shoe, would you bet against the whole table or with? So, because of how much I play and I'm at the table, I mean, I have played at places that are betting much higher than me, but again, didn't make it in time because I was reading that. It's all right. So I would go with what I believe because it's cost me so much money. I'll give you guys an example. There was one time I had $6,000 on a player, and I can give you example. We had the minimum bet at $100. Some woman came in and she bet like 75 bucks on the banker, and the dealer's like, "Oh, it's $100 minimum," and she didn't really want to move it and kind of waited for a long time. And about a minute or so went by, and I'm sitting there just waiting, and she's like, "Oh, I don't know." And she's like moving it down. And they ask her, "Are you gonna bet or no?" She goes, "Yes, yes." Oh. And then she's like, "Oh, I want to do. Oh, I want banker. I want banker for for something small." And she keeps looking at my bet, and I'm sitting there not saying anything. I'm waiting. And then she's like, "Oh, I really like banker." I go, "You like bank?" She goes, "Yeah." I go, "All right. Well, if you like bank, then whatever." And I move my chips over to bank, and guess what? Player natural 8. So I've had multiple instances like this. If somebody's betting like really high or something like that, I see that they're maybe tilted or they're struggling or they're just sweating and things like that. I'll stay out of it because I know so many people do believe uh, that hey, it's bad juju to go against and things like that. So I would rather have them. I would rather have them do their own thing and kind of with a clear mind, uh, just basically bet what they can. So currently down 400 something bucks. Um, kind of draining me a little bit. So I'm gonna go back on bank. We're gonna go heavier, uh, and let's see if we can get a natural. Uh, yes, we'll take it. So I went heavier on that after I saw the board. So again, we're seeing that it's starting to trend into the direction of bank, and that's the reason for it. So I'm down 75 bucks currently. And with that being said, I'm actually gonna go a little heavier again on this. So we're about to get this tiger here. Watch this big win. Or that. We'll take that natural. So now we're officially actually up 300 or $100. I apologize. Didn't notice that they counted that. For me, I'm looking at the blue donuts. Yeah, so there's a lot of things that people look at. So it depends what you call them, right? Some people will call it French fries. Don't It just depends. French fries, hamburgers. Um, but it really depends what you look at. Like it's weird, but I'll sometimes look diagonal as well. I know some people don't, because I'll kind of look at like even this. I'll be like 1, 2, 3 times they hit player this way. There's probably it's going to come as a bank. So as you guys can see, they switch up a lot, like 1, 2, 3, and then finally here, same thing. So it just depends how you look, and it's hard to play on this machine for multiple reasons. Not because I believe myself and know for a fact that these are rigged, but they do not give you time to even think. So it's so quick. It's trying to get you in and out so quick, and it's so difficult. So same thing here. I see that it went 3 times bank, and there's been a lot of twos. I actually think that this player is gonna jump. So I'm not gonna touch it, but I would go bank, and I would actually surprise if even if it stays player, it's gonna hit one of the animals on this one. Wouldn't be surprised for that. So let's see this 6. Nope, no animals, but it was player. So I was wrong on it. That's why I stuck out of it. But it's just so hard to kind of do all these things at once. And there is so many naturals, and that's the one thing why I don't like these shoes is that it looks like the moment you bet something, it's either natural or it's on the opposite natural, and it doesn't even give you this time. So I'm dang it. I kind of did that wrong. I was gonna yeah. So we'll take it 7. But um so many naturals. Yeah, so it kind of does some things that are so weird out of it. But so there's, as we can see, there's been patterns on patterns on patterns. I'm actually going to do this. Before I do that, I'm actually going to trick it because I believe it's straight. Clear, clear. and I'm gonna do this. So we took it, but I sometimes do that for my own sanity because I go on bank. I think it registers it as in, oh, he's going on bank, and I quickly clear, and I go back on here. So up $300. I might make another $2 more $100, and we might jump on something else or just walk around for questions and answers, and we'll get back to the whole gambling again. But I won't be surprised if it thinks that I'm going to go back now. Oh, shoot. That I'm going to go back on player. Oh, yikes. So we'll do a couple questions and answers if you guys want, and then we'll get back to it. With Vegas, Matt always betting on banker. Yeah, but that's the thing is, you guys got to understand that they do that stuff specifically for content, and so many of them they get. I mean, they make some serious money, not specifically because they're gambling. Almost every content creator, and I've spoken to people that I guarantee you guys watch, they lose money. No matter how much they win in one day, they lose money. Their purpose is to bring the excitement, bring the joy, jump around, act all crazy, and that attracts people, and it does. And if I was to do that, even with winning, if I was to do that, I promise you guys that I would have so much subscribers so quick. I don't believe in that though. We hit this for $100. Nice. So 4-1 on that. But that's the thing is, and I'll even say this. I'll use Bluff's name in vain. He's a great guy, the most generous guys there is. He has way too much money, not just coming from YouTube, sponsorships, NDAs. There's casinos that do kickbacks. So, for example, I don't get any of this stuff, anything. Some casinos will give you 30% back on your money, or even 40% back on your money that you lose. So the next time you come, if you bring 10 grand, they give you like, let's say $4,000 back. That's a lot. But so many of them will actually make so much money, and especially with it being online stuff, they will give them actual money to play in person, but then what they have to do is promote that online. And I've had already multiple people and sponsors that went in this direction, and I will always be transparent. I will let you guys know. Let's take a look. What was it, Bovada? Last time we talked about a lot of online game. Do you recommend not to? Absolutely not. So for those that gamble online, I highly, highly, highly suggest it. Bovada actually closed me out with thousands and thousands of dollars on the account. They closed out, yeah, three, yeah. There was three accounts that Bovada closed out, and one of the accounts had like 33,000. One of the accounts had, and this after multiple winning sessions. I played roulette. But overall, Bovada was close to like 80,000. And then we played on some of their sister partners as well. And basically, they as well closed us out. I even used people that are unrelated to me, their accounts, and somehow they found out. They do deep research, but the moment you guys start winning online, they will close out your account. And I've had that. I probably have currently about 100 and probably 150 to $180,000 online of my money that not only I won, but then I just withdrew. Eventually, I kept playing, and then I deposited, and they closed me out. So I do not suggest online. Do not touch online. It's rigged. When people promote their online code, the reason for it is because they receive an X amount of money for every deposit you do. So they'll actually receive, let's say, 40% on the initial deposit and then 10% for life the moment you register under their code. And 75% of the money, or 70% of the money, the casino actually makes. If you guys know who Togi is, he actually was planning on opening up his own casino, and he talked about it, how rigged it is, and how they make 70% of the money that goes into the account. Not because you guys are all losers, not because you guys suck, not because you guys don't know what you're doing, but because so many people strictly use it for table games, for slots, for things like that, and it's not hard for them to do that. So great question. Another one, do I think that Bluff is legit? So Bluff, regardless if he's legit or not, he deserves the most probably props anybody. He gives out hundreds and hundreds and hundreds of thousands of dollars. He has transformed gambling to be almost like a charity for content creators. If you guys take a look, so many of them are now moving in that direction of giving away money. And he loses. He actually talks about it. So if you guys actually follow him, you guys will see that he actually does not make money. I even talked to him personally, not on this trip, but on my last one I was out here. And he straight up said it like, "Oh, I just suggest, save your money." He didn't know who I am. I just asked him the question. I said, "Hey, I have $2,000. Can you make a reel for me? I'll give it to you. You play whatever you want." He goes, "My suggestion?" I go, "Yeah." He goes, "Save your money. Don't play." And I go, "Oh, it's okay." I go, I could lose." He goes, "Oh, I can't do that." So he didn't end up doing it, but he is very legit, as in he is the most probably open content creator there is. So currently we're at $2,400, and we're gonna try to make one more hundred. So, so that's the way we make the last hundred right here with an natty. Let's get it? Nope, wrong side. So we're up to 200, but yeah. So in regard to him, regardless, honestly, of course he makes money with people signing up on SpinQuest. Of course he has money with, and he talks about these things. These are things that I'm just mentioning that come out of his mouth, not my own. And that's the reason why I say that he is as legit as it gets. Oh man, that's a tiger. I get half pay on that because I didn't bet it. That's brutal. I didn't have enough time to bet on it, but that would have been 120 to 1. So we're up 450 bucks. But I'm gonna cash out. I didn't go to that 500. But we made 450 bucks just now. I'm gonna cash out. I'm not really a big fan, and we'll kind of step out a little bit. We can do some questions if you guys have, and and we'll walk around a few places. So, and then we'll see basically what we want to jump on. But again, my suggestion for you guys, my suggestion for you guys, if you guys gamble, if you guys love gambling, I don't suggest, I don't suggest it, because so many people end up losing by getting tilted. Like right now, even I didn't get tilted, but I really wanted to hit the 500, and you guys saw us like I'm dropping down, I'm going back, I'm dropping down, I'm going up. So many times we are not disciplined enough, and we end up basically giving it back. So here, you guys see it. I post every single session I have. What's my um, Huff and Puff? Do you guys actually want me to jump on Huff and Puff? I'll take this 450 I just made and get on a slot if you guys want me to. Let's get a little poll out there. Should we get on a Huff and Puff? Huff and Puff. Somebody else just said Huff and Puff. Do you guys want me to get on a slot machine? I hate slots, but I'll let you guys choose what you guys want me to play. Roulette. I can't do roulette, unfortunately, because I can't do anything that's actual live. I'm not even allowed to record. So basically, so if anything is no, lol, baccarat, baccarat. Don't waste money on slot. I agree with that, but blackjack. So if we jump on blackjack, the only way I can jump on blackjack would be on that virtual machine. So I would have to play blackjack on a virtual machine. With it having already so many variables that play a factor, um, I don't know if I would really want to jump on that. So this is Caesars, pretty packed. If you do slots, do video poker. Whoever said that, very wise. So people can actually make a lot of money with video poker if you know what you're doing. I don't know anything poker related. I've never played poker. I just watched, but I don't know if things like that. So, hello there, Joey. Welcome. So, Dragon Tiger, good idea. Have you try? Yeah, I have tried it. So, where are you going? I'm just standing up front. We're getting ideas. What you guys want us to do? Um, So we're just up front in Caesars. Hello, hello, welcome. So let's. Will you play Bach today? I have approval to record table games at 6 p.m. today. So that video will be dropped tomorrow. If you guys are just joining me, subscribe. Every single day I drop videos at 3 p.m. Every video that comes out is prior, day before. So the session that I'll have today will be dropped tomorrow, and I do that every day. So the only times I might have two videos in advance or something is if basically I'm taking a day off to be with the family, and or I basically am traveling. Then I'll end up having 2 videos in one day, and then I just drop them back to back. So my baccarat session is gonna be at 6 p.m. I'm gonna chill by then. I kind of just wanted to show you guys around. Pretty awesome place, and you can't play Bach live. I don't know. I've never done a recording. It's very difficult to get approval. I actually almost messaged every single casino out here, and there's only one that allowed me to. So with that being said, I told them I'll abide by everything they say, whatever they do. So I don't want to get live involved because I do know that that's a very touchy subject for majority of the casinos. Live, I know that a lot of times it's basically at El Cortez that they do, and it's the Spin Quest entire team, which would be Bretsky, Bluff, Brandino, all them, Reggie Mush, the whole crowd. Um, this is their high limit room. So um, their high limit room is very interesting. They have a back area, but again, I don't think they allow Caesars. I believe right now currently only allows 2 people to record here, and I believe that's John Sarasani and Jen Dalt. So those are the only 2 people that they allow. This is actually their high limit room right here. Yeah, Bluff is really great. So that's their high limit room. That's their baccarat tables. They do have baccarat tables here, $500 minimum. Again, I can't record, so I don't want to intrude and get kicked out. But this is what it is. So pretty cool. But we got people out here playing. So the one thing I noticed here specifically is that the shoes are very, very jumpy. And I don't know what it is, but again, when you guys talk about, side bets being sucker bets, I fully agree with you guys. The only time I play sucker bets, and that's going to be the animals, is when I'm at Stone's Gambling Hall. You guys seen so many videos where those things come out like crazy. Any time that I've gambled at casinos or any other place, you are lucky and begging, just straight begging to receive at least one animal. And that's how brutal it is. So I never play them out there. The only reason I played here on the Tiger and stuff is because it was a machine. And with it being so rigged, it has to do weird things, which would probably throw out the animals multiple times. But you guys are 100% right. Those are sucker bets. Those are sucker bets. And I don't touch them unless I'm at Stone's Gambling Hall because they come out so many times. Yeah, Chinese New Year, right? It's when is it? End of February? So Shup Amor, what does that mean? Stands 6785. In Asian Baccarat have some buying insurance. Have you heard it? What do you mean by some buying insurance? They are not. Depends on the casino. So I think that it does depend on the casino if you're talking about the animals. But again, being in Sacramento and being at so many different casinos, it's very hard to find those. So that's something that we might be able to agree upon. And basically, I think that if you find those casinos, you got to stick with them, and that's the reason why so many of my play is very different when I'm gambling at Stone's Gambling Hall compared to casinos. Because when I gamble casinos, I used to go to Sky River Casino in Sacramento. It's an actual casino, and basically what happens is that I do not play any single animals out there. They also do not come out. So I was winning on the daily. And my target goal out there used to be like $700 to 3,000. My buy-ins used to be about $2,500. And what I would end up doing is literally making it real quick bouncing. And I again would not play any animals. Stone Casino and 580 Park West, most animals. Yeah, I agree. Um, any good restaurants? They honestly out here they have phenomenal restaurants. Right here, we're walking to them. They even got Hell's Kitchen right here. Things are well overpriced out here, but again, they have really, really great places. So we're gonna go back in. I had to walk away a little bit. It was hard to talk with the music blasting so loud. But we're gonna come back in right now. We're gonna get back on that virtual machine, and we have a question for you guys. Should I try Baccarat or should I go with Blackjack? What do you guys think? Example, your hand is 7, stay. Opposite is below 7. Must have third card draw. They will offer 41 before the opposite draw. Wow. That is very interesting. I have never heard of that. What's my buy-in? So I just had a quick session. My buy-in was 2,000. I made $450. Cashed out. We walked away. So if you didn't join us from the beginning, I had just a quick little session on a virtual. Again, it's a virtual machine. So play Baccarat in high limit room. I can't record, so I'm unable to record here at Caesars. So I will not be able to play Baccarat and record. So that's the reason why I'm choosing what I'm able to, which would be something like slots, which would be things such as the virtual machine where I won't get kicked out. Yeah, I agree. Virtual tables is not the move. So, but unfortunately, with me being able to only record those, we got to make the best of what we can. Chill and wait till 6 p.m. No rush. Yeah, I'm excited for 6 p.m. So, again, that casino is slipped out of my mind. I'd have to check. I'd have to check on my email, but they slipped out of my mind. But they gave me approval. They're casino, so they're partnered with. It's a sister casino to Red Rock. So the thing is, the problem is, I don't want to get a bad reputation as I'm still trying to make my way towards Vegas for approvals and stuff. So I've linked up already with multiple people, hosts and stuff. If you guys don't know, there's a really big name out here. He goes by Big Daddy Joe Lino. He's a host. He gets everyone approved. We're talking about John Sarasani. That's his host. DQ James. He's one of them as well. So I'm actually texting him, and we're trying to see if they can get me approval to record at the M Resort as well. So I don't want to get a bad rep where they write it in or they, kick me out, and then eventually my name comes across. They're like, oh no, we dealt with that guy. So that's the reason for it. So it's no, so it's live cam. No, it's not live cam feed. It's virtual, literally, just completely electronic. So it would have been pretty cool if it was something where they draw the cards. So I know what you're talking about. What's your longest win streak on Baccarat in a row? That's a great question. So one of my advices that I've always said is that when, for example, you have losing streaks, you take a few days off. Another thing is what I used to do is I would rotate casinos with Sky River Casino and Stone's Gambling Hall. And there was times that I would actually lose at, for instance, Sky. I would have a buy-in of $2,500. I would end up then going grabbing, $3,000 or $5,000 and going to Stones. And for about, it was about like 28 or 29 days straight. If you're not considering a loss at one casino and a win at the other, I profited every single day for about a month straight. So that was my longest winning streak. And some of them were insane winning streaks, but I've never had where I ended up losing, uh, a large amount of time during that time when I used to rotate. Right now, it is more difficult because Stones is the only one that allows me to gamble. So I stay loyal to them. And not just that, but I want to have content every single day. And that was my longest win streak in a row. How I say you at Vegas already, everywhere is casino anytime you want to gamble. So just chill and relax. Get out to start a good stream. Well, we're chilling out here. What does one have to do to play hand shuffle blackjack at a casino? What are the requirements? So there's some casinos. It's high limit. Most likely, it's high limit if you're looking for hand shuffle and if you're looking for pitch as well. Those are mainly in the high limit still. So they're catering to those people that still understand the rules. And some of them are $50 buy-in. Some of them are 100 not buy-in, $50 minimum and $100 minimum bets. Yeah, anything online is rigged. So especially for those that are licensed out in different countries, those are all programmed and very, very rigged. Uh, very nice. 270K most I won. Very good. Very nice. I did not even bet on the Super Bowl. I commented that I believe the score was going to be 42-13, and that it was not going to be a fun game at all on MediBets Instagram. So I did not place a single penny. I actually was 35,000 feet up in the air flying to Vegas during the Super Bowl. So by the time I landed, it was pretty much ending. By the time I got to Caesars, I basically got to catch that the score was 29-13. And then the flag that was thrown on the last play when the Seahawks were about to win. So I did not. I do not chase my losses. So I still will strictly have a stop loss. So for example, if I came here right now today and I'm like, okay, I'm gonna gamble $10,000 today. And let's say my session that I have is $2,000. I'm still open to rebuying until I lose that full 10,000 if need be. So you might look at that as a chase, and you might be right. But if I'm not, I don't go home or go to the bank, withdraw more money, go crazy, and start chasing. I also, when I have a losing session um, today, and let's say I lost $3,000, and if I come in the next day, I do not focus on basically trying to win that 3,000 back. That's where so many of us hurt. That's where so many of us lose money. So that's for the losing part. For the winning part, so many times if I have, let's say, a 3,000 or a 4 or 5,000, $10,000 win, I will go and I will actually bring now 2 or 3,000 to the casino. That way, if I go on a losing streak, I do not kill myself. If you guys end up or kill my bankroll, but if you guys end up noticing on my $36,000 win, I had 5 losing sessions in a row. Luckily, I only lost $15,100 on 5 sessions. So in the end, I was still up, and then I had another winning sessions, and I've been having winning sessions since. So often, many of us, what we do is we win 10,000. What do? We bring that 10,000 right back, or we buy in for 5,000. We might end up losing. We rebuy for 5,000 again, and that's something a part of my strategy that I talk about on my Instagram and everywhere is that losing days happen. You have to know that, just like winning days, right? You can have 28 days in a row that you won, but you can also have 28 days in a row that you lost. It's how you handle those. And that's the biggest thing that I can say is that if you are losing, do not chase. Always have a set mind of what you want to win, how much you want to win. I love going all in, but definitely will. What's your favorite casino on the strip so far? And been 5 6. So I have a very strong love-hate relationship with Caesars. Very strong. I love it for the atmosphere. I love it because when I am playing, even in high limit, you're treated really well. I hate it because I don't get anything out of them. So I it's hard to say, but I would probably have to kind of stick with specifically still with Caesars. So in Indonesia, we have a casino because gambling illegal here. Yeah, unfortunately, I mean, if it's illegal there to gamble, you're probably just better off not doing it because you're just gonna give away all that money online. Atlantic City, yeah. So I've been to Atlantic City multiple times. I actually own a cell phone store in New Jersey. It's about 45 minutes away from Atlantic City. So whenever I come out there, I do end up going and gamble, but it's very, 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 very dead and very low end. So from what it used to be. Hello, hello, hello. From Greece, welcome. Hello to Alan. Hello to Tav. Uh, Answer the phone. Any poker players? Oh, is the phone that loud? Let me put that on silent. I apologize. We want to see you play. We're about to hop on one of these machines. There you go. We got somebody leaving. So we're about to hop on. So let's get on. We're gonna rebuy for 2,000. So we currently are up $450, and we're gonna retry again. So with that being said, let me get my buy-in. Let's take a look. Give me 1 second. So they got different. So we're gonna rebuy in for 2,000. I know you guys hate to watch money go in. I apologize. This is live. I can't cut this out. And if you guys are just joining us, thank you. Like, subscribe, comment. Helps move the algorithm. But another thing is that we did play a little bit earlier Baccarat in the beginning of the live, and we made $450. So let's take a look and see if we can replicate it. But in the meantime, as I'm doing this, last question for you guys: Baccarat, roulette, and or blackjack. What do you guys want me to play? System error, call attendance. Wonderful. And that, my friends, is going to now take some time. So let's jump on this one. We got a rebuy. So I guess machine doesn't know how to take money in. So that's a system error that is showing. So they're about to come on out. But during this time, I might have to point the camera down so that they don't see that I'm recording when they come out. But we'll try to see if we can play. But let's see. What do they want? Blackjack, black. What do they? Can you take a look? What are they?
Blackjack, off, blackjack. I'm Asian, so always pop. Baccarat, roulette, please. Roulette, baccarat.
So what's winning so far? Is it mostly Baccarat? Let's switch it around. Let's do a couple. So we'll do Baccarat, and then with that also we'll also then try to jump on. So we got $1,400 in. I apologize, guys. That machine froze up. So we were putting in. I know this takes forever. Nobody wants to sit there and watch money go into a machine. So 15, 16. Did you read what they're saying?
Play only the non-virtual game.
Non-virtual.
You can't hide. They have more cameras than you.
No
No side bets. Sucker bets.
side base bank. Baccarat or banker knows. I don't believe in the strategy of just banker. It's hardly a 1% edge, but all right. So we'll go on Baccarat. So we're gonna go on the regular Baccarat. So all right, let's take a look. So
You're gonna have to record yourself when she comes.
yeah, they do have a lot of cameras. That's fine. That's fine. If that's okay. Yeah, it just can't hold it so far in and see it. So yeah. All right. So banker. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. So they had 7 times in a row that it stuck, meaning that it dropped more than once. I'm gonna think that I'm gonna go $75 on whatever that frog is. Don't even know. We're not touching, but we're gonna go on player. I know it's been sticking, so it's still banker. So we lost $75, but not really digging this machine though. Just overall, I'm not really digging it. Yeah, where do we put it? Oh, right here, right on the ground for you. Yeah, I'm actually not digging Baccarat right now for some reason. I hate. So we'll jump on blackjack. We're gonna do weird, stupid things. We're gonna do the. Are they all single hand? Play up to 3 hands. Cool. So we're gonna go $50. So we're looking at 20 versus 18. All right, this is my theory. It goes in order. It shifts. So we're gonna do this, and we're gonna do this all 3. I should have done 2 hands though. So I took the I took the 10 away. So 15. I'm actually I'm gonna do something stupid. I'm actually gonna uh, I'm actually gonna stand on all of them. So as he's coming here, so 16, and they actually busted because of that stand. The reason why is because it had a lot of small hands, and I thought it would too. Just can you walk away? So he's gonna walk away because the dude's coming. Hey,
How about yourself?
I am doing good. It's been yeah, it's been very yeah. I'm back. It's been a while. I haven't seen you. How you been?
Okay.
Yeah, it's got my $900 frozen up in there. Yeah, right. We're gonna run it up.
Let's need some money.
Yeah, I was just inputting it and it got stuck. So
Okay, good luck to you.
I appreciate it. It's good. Yeah, it's good. Thank you.
Nice
It's an honor to shake your hand. All right, can I cash out? Thank you. Thank you. I appreciate it. Yep, should be good. Nice, very good. Awesome, my friend. Let's get some of these hand pays. It's 2,000 now, right?
Yes, sir.
Oh, very good. Very good. All right, let's get it. All right, so the reason he remembers me is I was here probably 3 months ago, and he was like, "I'm just gonna stand next to you," because I kept doing hand pays on hand pays on hand pays, and basically I used to tip him all the time. I love to tip. I don't care, what people think about that. But as you guys saw the last hand, they were showing an 8. I did see that I had like a 7, a 6, a random 10 came out, and then they got an 8. I really thought that it was going to be a small card, which it helped. I went against the book. I won all 3, so I'm up 125 bucks. And we're gonna now go 2 hands, 50 bucks each. So got a blackjack on that. We have oh yeah, of course. So dealer gets a blackjack as well, and we got to push. So we lost on that. Let's repeat, 50 bucks each. So same thing. I think that these machines are very interesting. So I'm gonna stand on that, but I am gonna hit the 16. I know the 16 is a surrender. They don't have that option against the 9. A lot of cards like aces, 10s came out. He's gonna have a hand for sure, and we broke even. So some of these things I look at when I gamble, and again, I know that I might be overthinking it, overdoing it, but it's worked for me for a very long time, and that's the reason why I end up doing it this way. So all right, we'll take that blackjack. We'll stand. Technically, I sometimes actually hit on these whenever I get a blackjack, just because even when it's not a hand. But a lot of times is that it has to do with heavy on the second row. It has to do with again the machines and what I believe about them. So let's take a look. We're gonna go heavier. So we're gonna go on all 3, 75 bucks each. So we took away his 10. We got the double. So we got 250 bucks. We got a blackjack. Nice. So we actually ended up making, oh no, we didn't make up to that much, but so the weird thing is I can actually hit on this one first before here. Very interesting. So I'm going to stand. I'm going to split. I hate splitting this in this situation, but I'm going to split. Take that 17. We'll stand on that. Oh, very nice. And I can't even split anymore. So I'm going to stand. It's going to be a small card that comes out with a 16 because they already started coming out. I probably should hit. What do you guys think? I'm going to give you this option. Do I hit on this 14 versus a 6? I have an 18. I have a blackjack. I have a 17. Should I hit or should I stand? I do believe a small card is going to come out. Stand. One said hit, one said stand. Um, Let's take a look. Give it a couple. Give it a couple. I love ice cream. Stand, hit. Wow. So we're stand, hit. Wow, we're even still. So we need people to let us know what they think. Stand or hit. I'm looking at a 14 versus a 6. Hit. Why not split? It does not let me split. So unfortunately, it's already split. Hit, hit. Stand. So we're starting to get more hits. Let's do it. We'll hit. And there you go, ladies and gentlemen. We got a 19 on that hit, and that's the reason why I hit. That would have been 12, 17. That's a bust. That's why I say these machines are rigged. So we are now up. How much? $884, my friends. But this is the reason why I play different. And if I would not have hit that, they would have made a hand. So I would have been pushed, I would have been a loss, and I would have won on the other two. But here, luckily, I ended up making money. So we're gonna go smaller, and we're gonna do this. Let them take this money or give us a match. Let's get a match for. All right, this one we're just gonna stand. So, oh, 17. We would have had 17. That's all right. We gave them pocket change, right? We're gonna do it again. We're gonna go small, $50. We're gonna go $5 match and pair. Same thing. 17 versus what? 18, 12, 13. Well, of course, 21. No, I'm good. Thank you. Thank you. Yeah. So we're gonna do it again. So, like I said, RTP. You got to focus on that. You got to give them some money back. They're gonna make me lose a lot right now. And 3 versus 13. We're gonna hit soft. There 20. Let's see. He's gonna have a 20, isn't he? 15. Oh, of course he has a 20. So still lost. Remember that, like I told you guys earlier. RTP, return to player. So I've already now lost multiple hands in a row, even with good hands. But we're gonna do it again. So let's see if we can get out of this little slump. And if we keep losing, so we're looking at a 9 versus an ace, and double down, baby. Let's do it. Idiot. Who doubles down that? So just like that, we just lost 300 something dollars. The double down was only like $25 or something. But that is some stuff that I look at when it's the machines. If I lose this, I might need to do some things and change it around. So 18 versus 10, 18 versus 18. So even with these pushes, I have lost because of the side bets. So we're now at $634. I think I'm going to switch it up. Let's switch it up because, like I said, that machine, we were at like, what, $900? And they ended up just now taking a good portion of that back. RTP, remember, guys, RTP. Technically, I should run away from this machine, but dang. Let's see. Let's go banker. Let's go 5 each. So personally, I've witnessed somebody hit a big jackpot in my country, cover the USD at 1.2 million. Insane. Yeah, that's really good. That's really good. That's insane. Great. I mean, that's some serious win. So now my main focus is the money up top. It's not the game anymore. It's the money, because it got me to about $900, and after that, it started to take away a lot. So I will probably, if I end up losing this hand, I'm probably going to stand away, or leave a little bit. So luckily, we hit it, and again, I focus on that RTP. That's what it is. So we're up another $749. Are you circumcised? Let me check. No. Are you talking about? Are you talking about for gambling? Dang, I was gonna go bank on that. Somebody said banker. Um, just too late. So banker. Is it gonna start chopping here a little bit? Probably. So let's take a look. So let's get one of these big tigers. 0, 7. All right, we'll take it. And we hit this for $40. So 4-1. So we are now at $929 profit. Um, so no banker, bro. This one might be the banker that you're talking about. Actually, after that, no, it's gonna be player still. So we went player. Oh, banker win. Wow, 7 versus 5. So ended up losing on that one. We lost $150, 175 on that. Big bet, big bet. So good luck, banker. So the thing is, the time goes by so quick, and what happens is by the time the messages come into me, it's already like 2 seconds. So that's the reason why sometimes I'm not able to do it as quick as you guys prefer. But basically, so this is where I'm actually going to go player. The reason why is that it went by twos. I'm looking at the red only. So 2, no, no, no. Went 2 here. Actually, It might even stick. I might leave it. All right, banker, you guys wanted to? All right. I went heavy because of you guys. $475. This better be bank. That's a huge bet. Natural. Let's get it. Monkey. There it is. We did it. We went big. You guys wanted it, and we did it. So
Celebration shake.
So we're at celebration shake. So we are out $1,154. We are gonna cash that out. So this was our original buy-in. This is not what we made. That's the reason I have this ticket. So if you guys see that, I'm about to be cashing out 2 of them. But another thing is that I was here a little earlier on this machine. I don't like to try to win all at once when I'm at a casino because we have 24 hours out of the day, and that's what I do. So I'm up $1,500 now. I won 450 earlier. I just won 1,154. So 450 plus. So I'm actually up $1,600, and they're not going to allow me to cash this, or they will because I believe I used my player's card. Let's take a look. So let's see if it's going to cash it or is going to tell me to go to the cage. But see, validating. Nope, cashier. So we got to go to cashier cage on that. So we'll cash our original money out, and we're going to go shortly to the cashier cage in a bit. As a matter of fact, we'll just do it all at once. That's all right. But whoops. So we're up $1,600 as we're on this live. So we've been here for an hour. Making $1,600 in an hour is not too shabby. And it's 2 o'clock. We have a video for you guys coming out at 3 o'clock. Tomorrow, we're going to have the tables that are going to come up where they allowed us. So we're going to call this a session. We're going to go enjoy. We're going to watch the video with you guys. But as always, like, subscribe, comment. We will see you guys next time. Thank you so much. Please like this video and subscribe. And we're going to have wonderful giveaways that we're doing. So this is going to be a fun trip here. We're going to relax a bit. We thank you for joining us live. And we will try to get a live session at the table if they allow us. So thank you guys so much for joining. And we will see you guys next time. So if we can't do lives at the table, I promise you we will try to do like virtual like we just did to make money. I know the tables are funner. I agree with you guys, but I want to include you guys in. Let's stack this money, and then we can have some sessions where you guys do the betting for us. So stay tuned, and thank you so much for joining us. We're here at Caesars. That's right there. And